having a difficult time with channeling, astral travel, you want to get into Akashic record type of work, shamanic type of healings, but you feel like something kind of is in the way, I'm going to explain what that might be. You might have inner children within yourself that are a little bit nervous about stepping into those realms because of societal conditioning through movies and TV shows, talking about ghosties and ghoulies and goblins. Also, you might have some witch wounds or persecution fears, which is only exasperated by watching certain things or listening to certain things. Even within spirituality, where they're hearing things about psychic attacks, and we don't have to get into the nitty-gritty of that because I don't want to make them even more nervous. We need to be mindful about the things that we are consuming if those are avenues that we really want to get into. Or you as a child, being a multidimensional being, a neurodivergent girly, very self-aware, you might have experienced some encounters with different dimensional beings, and you didn't have anybody to talk to about it because of societal, cultural, religious programming, and so you shut all of your gifts and abilities down. And now as an adult, because we have a little bit more of a limited viewscape of imagination or stepping outside of the boundaries of societal norms, it can feel a little bit challenging getting into the spiritual avenues that we want to, either for yourself or for other people. One of the things that I have created to support you in your journey, it's called the Spiritual Gift Activation Series. You can find it in my bio or the comments. What this looks like is connecting with magical creatures that your inner children already feel safe with because they've seen them so many times over and over again throughout culture, movies, TV shows, but in a positive way. So this is the dragon, elf, mermaid, phoenix, tree spirit, fairies. It's all positive multidimensional beings, and at the same time, the reason that we're connecting with them is to unlock a spiritual gift from each one of them directly to you and your inner children, while I also explain how to develop it. Because if you have been ostracized for being the rainbow sheep, you have learned how to mask and shove down a lot of your uniqueness. A lot of these spiritual gifts are already innately within you, but you haven't been recognizing them as so because society does not always accept them or honor them or celebrate or praise them. But they can be your greatest blessing. Throughout life, I have realized that my hypersensitivity and my empathic abilities and behavioral pattern recognition are what allowed me to actually step outside of the 3D matrix, outside of capitalism, and build a life that I really love, getting paid to exist, doing yapathons on my content creation and talking about my hyperfixations while supporting other people. And it wasn't until I had that, oh, there's a bluebird, positivity, joy. It wasn't until I gave myself permission to step into those roles and allow myself to be honored and celebrated for my unique gifts that my life really began flourishing. But one of the things that I focused on was inner child healing and helping them feel safe and grounded and secure, and that astral travel doesn't have to be something that's spooky scary or even connecting with multidimensional beings. And you leaning into your greatest empowerment of self with your spiritual gifts can be so incredibly liberating. And it's really nice to have reflected back to us, hey, this is something that's really special about you specifically. So again, if you would like to sign up for that, it's coming out on June the 5th. You can find it in my bio or the comments. It's Spiritual Gift Activation Series. I love you so much, you and your inner children, and I'm wishing you the absolutely most magical day.